This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network, and we are a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek being held virtually this year. And joining me right now is Greg Davis. He is the president and CEO of Sun Peak Metals. It is now a newly publicly traded company on the TSX Venture with the symbol PEAK. They just started trading on Monday, August 17th. And Greg, thank you for joining me today. How you doing?
Good morning, Robert. Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. Thanks.
Yeah, you're officially a public company CEO. Congratulations. Big deal.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We've been at it for 4 years, setting up Sun Peak as a private company in 2016 and then doing a tremendous amount of work in Ethiopia, working up until our listing on Monday, August 17th. So we're quite happy about that.
Very good. Well, let's continue on that path. Tell me a little bit more about Sun Peak and some of your projects going on in Ethiopia.
Okay. Well, as I said, our team has worked in East Africa for almost 2 decades. Previously, we were part of the Nevsun exploration team at Bisha, also in East Africa in the Arabian-Nubian Shield. And then we went on to be senior management of Sun Ridge Metals. That's Sun Ridge Gold, which was sold to a Chinese SOE in 2016. We then made a decision to let's keep our team together, let's keep working in the same geology that we've been successful in. And we set out to acquire projects in Ethiopia. We did our first trip in June of 2016. We spent about 5 weeks meeting with the Ministry of Mines, the Ethiopian Geological Survey, and a lot of time in the field looking at different projects. And we very quickly sort of zoned in on one area that had our attention. And we set out to acquire property in that belt. Now jumping ahead 4 years later, we now have about 900 square kilometers of exploration licenses in that key area. We've done quite a bit of work on the ground already. We've got defined about 24 high priority targets. And we completed our first drill program earlier this year. We drilled 19 holes on 3 targets. We're very excited about the numbers we have. We intercepted very significant values of copper, gold, and zinc and silver, and really encountered exactly what we're looking for. So now we, as you said, we are public. We are getting ready to start our next program. We're moving 3 drills in mid-September. We hope to have 3 drills turning by early October. And between now and this time next year, we plan on drilling 18,000 meters.
Very good. So what would you say makes the company and this project unique and different compared to some of your peers out there?
Well, as I mentioned, we have been in this terrain, this geological environment, for almost 2 decades. We've demonstrated success on the other side of the border, and essentially the trends go north-south, and the border goes east-west in crude terms. So we spent 15 years up here, and now we're looking down here in the same rocks, and we're seeing the exact same geophysical signatures, geochemical signatures, the same geology, and in many cases we feel they poke out of the ground. The limited drilling that have been conducted so far have encountered the same grades of gold and copper and zinc and silver.
So, I have to ask, you happen to be the first company I've had on here talking about junior mining projects in Ethiopia, in that part of East Africa. So from a geopolitical standpoint, I mean, we just saw news yesterday about, the president of Mali stepping down. I know that's a completely different part of Africa, but, I asked about geopolitical situation with a few companies that are working there recently. So, I have to ask you, what's the current geopolitical situation like, and what is it like to operate as a junior miner in Ethiopia?
Sure. Well, there's not a strong history of modern mining in Ethiopia. And actually there was nothing in the region until Bisha in Eritrea, which came online in 2011, that we were working and discovering in 2003, 2004. So it is a prolific area. We believe it's going to be a district. We share our district. We have Newmont as a neighbor. They are very active. We have the north part of the trend, and they have the south part of the trend. Ethiopia is a democracy. They have been in the news. There was a cabinet shuffle this week. where they've made changes to their senior government. On that note, the same thing happened in Canada in the last couple of days too. So it's just typical of any jurisdiction you're working in. As I said, we've been there for 4 years. We're quite comfortable. We feel we have full support from the Ministry of Mines. They've been very helpful. Ethiopia does have a tremendous amount of infrastructure. They've got, on our project, we have roads, power, cell phone coverage everywhere. And Ethiopia does have a surplus of power, and they're in the process of filling the Grand Renaissance Dam right now, which will come online in about 7 years. And a major mega power project where they've dammed the Blue Nile, major project. And it's Ethiopia's goal to generate industry through low-cost power. And that will help any kind of future mining operations, if we have success or if new mine has success here.
And then from what you can tell me, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now for the rest of this year going into 2021?
Sure. Well, the big catalyst will be when we begin drilling. We have, we've drilled 3 targets already, but it was fairly conservative drilling. Melly had some small step outs, and we had very good intercepts and gold and copper grades. We look forward to getting in to further expand the success we've had at the Melly target and testing, before the end of this year, 2020, we intend on testing another half dozen targets, which essentially, they remind us of how Bisha looked in 2002, which went on to be a very prolific gold, copper, zinc mine. The catalyst will be drill results, and this will quickly become a drill story when we begin drilling with 3 drills in the next 6 weeks.
And where can my audience go and find everything they need to know and to follow along the story of Sun Peak Metals?
Sure. Well, our website is sunpeakmetals.com. There's a lot of information on there. Our contact information is on there, and your audience is free to contact me anytime. We've also have our prospectus. Being a new issuer, our prospectus is still fairly fresh. It's on SEDAR.com, along with 2 very extensive technical reports. And then if you watch us, we'll have a series of news as we lead up to drilling. And as I said, then it becomes a drill story.
Well, with that, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck, stay safe, and I look forward to our next update.
Thank you very much, Robert. Stay safe too.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg. Again, my name is Robert Kraft. I'm your host on SNN Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, being held virtually this year. With me again has been Greg Davis from Sun Peak Metals, and thank you for watching.